Well, welcome everybody. You've come here because you're interested in our cannabis program, and I've got to say, this is a very exciting time to be in this field. I'm Bodie Timms. I'm the program director for both the Herbal Product Design Masters and the Cannabis Science Post-Baccalaureate Certificate Program. And what we've got going in terms of the core tenets of our program really are focusing on evidence-informed, safe, responsible use of high-quality cannabis products. And that means getting increasingly into the scientific literature. And this is going to be about your deep learning based on the curiosity that you bring to the program and the development of your craft. So this is really a place where you bring rigor and play. And you're going to learn to think very differently here because this is about innovation. Now, our program is going to focus you on areas where either you're coming for your initial position in the cannabis industry, you're in the industry and you want to expand. We've also got folks who are coming from conventional and integrative healthcare backgrounds that want to learn more about cannabis, either to support client choice or to actually inform clients of potential alternatives to current medical strategies out in the field. Now, what we do that's very unique is that we combine both CBD and THC dominant cannabis. So this is the hemp and the marijuana-based fields. And we combine it with herbal medicine. We have a long history of herbal medicine in our programs. In the future, really, you're going to see cannabis in a supplement-like marketplace that we see today with herbal medicine. And a lot of it is going to be wellness-focused. And that's really the kind of unique approach that we take to training people. Now, the program itself, we've got all online. It's 3 trimesters or 15 credits, and it's almost all asynchronous, meaning you'll have your lectures, your reading material, your assignments, the feedback that you get are all up online. They can be done at any time, but we will be doing mentoring throughout. This involves meetings one-on-one with your professors or in small groups. It's a way to both find out what's going on in terms of your activity in a particular course, but also get feedback on what the professional field looks like and what you might expect. And these are our courses. We start out with just one course in your first semester, and that's the endocannabinoid system and phytocannabinoids. Now, it's challenging because we do some physiology. We get you deep into what that system looks like, why it's so important, and we look at cannabinoids and terpenes, the 2 major classes of compounds. And folks coming back, oftentimes you don't have that kind of chemistry background, but we've organized it in such a way that it meets you where you're at and challenges you to grow. And so that's the point, really, is you could be a chemist coming back, or you could be someone that's never taken a class, and we'll find a way for you to get a deep knowledge of those compounds. And we follow up in the second semester with therapeutics and dispensary practices. So these are things where you're going to understand what's the strong evidence for cannabis use for a particular therapeutic endpoint. What are some areas that are developing that might not be as strong? And this kind of goes to both inform and contradict at times sort of what the knowledge is that's out on the street. Sometimes that's not accurate. And so what we want you to do is walk away with the capacity to truly understand where it's helpful. And the dispensary practices are all about how do you serve your customer both from the point of view of finding them effective products, both recreationally and medicinally, but meet regulatory demands that are increasingly stringent. And in that last semester, what you're going to do is you're going to actually begin to formulate some products using cannabis and herbs. And you're going to go over all the different quality assurance elements that are part of the cannabis herbal marketplace. Everything from good manufacturing practices to QA in the lab. These are ways for you to understand how do you tell if it's a good quality product. And there are a lot of approaches in the field. What we found is that in cannabis in particular, and this is now informing the herbal marketplace, there's room for everything from full spectrum extractions where you use the whole plant material to some form of standardization. And we certainly see that in cannabis when we look at winterization, And we look at decarboxylation, two processes that take place fairly nominally in almost every cannabis product that you see that's not whole plant, all the way to a purified CBD THC. And it's important to find your place in there and know that you don't have to be in one or the other. And then finally, some career opportunities. We've got folks that are working in production, all these elements from processing, extraction to product development, clone care specialists. We've got folks working in research and development. And this grows everything from growers to in the lab. We've got folks that are working in regulatory positions, GMP specialists, safety substantiation. And then finally, we've got folks that have come through that are clinicians that are using this with their patients, either to help with the cannabis self-care that a lot of patients are now doing, or a deep immersion into the endocannabinoid system and therapeutics so that they can begin to prescribe. And also, as importantly, to understand what are the quality products in the marketplace. And then finally, dispensary function. And you can see that these are fairly broad in terms of the different positions that you could be. And I want to end with just this. I know you're bringing passion, and you can become an innovator in the field. It really is a bottom-up field right now. You can have tremendous impact right away. You can grow into it fairly quickly. And the nice thing is the people I meet in this field, they do good. They truly do good with both the recreation and the medicinal elements. So if you have any questions, reach out to me anytime. My email is up there. In terms of next steps, think about contacting our admissions office, and there are 3 different ways to do that. And I hope I see you in the program. Best of luck, and thanks for coming.